Hey guys, what's up? You're going to get ready with me, and I'm going to be using the Tartelette in Bloom palette today. So, starting off with the Smashbox Photo Primer Water, then moving on to the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow in Chocolate. I like to use the e.l.f. angled brush when I do this. I just feel like it's nice and stiff, and it makes it really easy to manipulate this product. You have to be super careful though, and take your time when you're using the dip brow, and make sure you're being patient. Definitely want to make sure that you're applying it with very, very nice strokes, and also always brush through with a little spoolie so that way you don't get that harsh square brow, because it's really easy to get harsh brows when using this product. Alright, next, I love this stuff. This is the Dermalagica Matte Moisturizer. I like to put this on anytime I use a foundation that's a little bit more glowy, if you will. So I just rub this all over my skin. A little bit though is all you need. And then to help with my pores, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Magic Perfecting Base. This is my ride or die. I've been using this for years. It's definitely one of my all-time favorites. I actually like this better than the Benefit Professional. So check it out. It's $11 at the drugstore. Then moving on, I'm using the Kat Von D High Voltage Eye Primer. This is my new favorite eye primer. You get a lot of product. It's $15 and your eyeshadow stays on. It does not fudge. If you hear any snoring, it is Caesar. He's like right up under me. He is not slam out. So that's what the noise would be if you hear anything in the background. Next, for the star of the show, Tartelette in Bloom. And I'm going to start off with this color here called Flower Child. I'm just going to use this to highlight up under my brow bone. And that's just some random eyeshadow brush. I have no idea what it's called. Oh no, it's a brush from Icing. Marilla's little brother got that for me for Christmas. He's so sweet. So that's what I'm using just to highlight up under my brow bones. I don't want anything sparkly. I just want to keep it, whenever I highlight my brow bone, I like to keep it nice and matte, nothing too crazy. Okay, so we're going to use this sparkly kind of gray tone color called Rocker. I'm actually doing a cool tone look today. That's, I'm normally all about the warm tones, but nope, keeping it nice and cool today. So I'm using the MAC 247 brush, and I'm just really making sure I'm packing this on the center of my lid, taking my time. I don't want to put this all over the lid because I want to blend some other cool tone colors in there. Alright, starting off with this color called Rebel. It's like a deep kind of mauve-y color, and I'm going to start off with the Morphe, what is that, the M139, I believe. It's just a tapered kind of crease brush, and I'm just putting that right in the crease, and we're going back and forward in the rainbow motion. You know how I like to do it, and I am slightly pulling it out just a little bit out and up just to kind of give my eye a little bit of a lift. Then I'm grabbing the darker color, darker purple. It's called Leader on the MAC 247, and this is just going to go in the inner tear ducts and then on the outer V. And then we're just going to blend all of that together. Then going back in with that blending brush, just you picking up some more of the Rebel color and just blending back and forward again. You really want to make sure whenever you're, of course, anytime you're doing your eyeshadow, always please blend. You can never over blend, but just keep in mind that when you are blending, you will lose some of the pigment. So especially if you're working with a bunch of different colors, you have to make sure you're packing on and then blend, pack on and then blend, and just keep going until you get the desired look that you want. Moving on to the winged liner. I've been using this Maybelline Line Stiletto felt tip. It's okay. I feel like this one runs out fast. I'm pretty sure I'll probably go back to my Sephora felt tip. I don't know. For me on myself, I just can't get into the gel liner. I don't know what it is. On my clients, I use it because it's more sanitary, but I think I just like the darker, more matte look. Then color correction, I'm using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in Orange. I'm going to grab my beauty blender and put that where I have any dark areas, just blend all of that out. I am an iKate House affiliate. That is where I get all of my LA Girl Pro concealers. So you can go to my website, ambermakeupandhair.com, click the iKate House banner, and you can get yours there. And then I forgot to show it. well, actually I messed up. I started putting on my foundation and I was like, oh shoot, I gotta correct. So I'm using the Stila Aqua Glow foundation. That's why I used a mattifying moisturizer, because I am oily and I don't want to get too dewy and too oily. So I just put on the foundation. I like to put it on my face with my finger first and then use a stippling brush. It does say that you can use your fingers, but I'm just really weird about blending my foundation with my fingers. I think it gets streaky. Am I the only one that thinks that? Yeah, no, maybe. But I'm using a my mirror is Sephora. I'm using a Real Technique stippling brush. I like this brush because it really pushes the product into my face, and I feel like it just blurs all those crazy pores that I have on my cheeks. In color correcting, everyone should do it. It'll make your foundation look so much more flawless. I don't care if you are super fair or very deep skin. Color correcting will save you a lot of product with your foundation, and it'll come out better. And then to set everything, I'm using a Real Techniques little setting brush. I like to use this up under my eyes, and I'm just using my Sacha Buttercup powder, and I'm going to set that. I'm not baking, and then I'm just going to move on and put that all over my face. And I still do have, you know, that glowy look to my skin. I actually like this foundation because it's not, I wouldn't call it dewy, it's just definitely more of a natural glow within. So that's pretty cool. I always get worried whenever I use a serum foundation because I don't want it to be too dewy looking. And then with my eyeliner of choice, I'm just using a NYX kohl liner in black, and I'm just lining my waterline. And then with a flat brush, I'm going to blow out the lash line. I'm going to use those darker colors, the Leader and the Rebel. I just kind of mix those together. Those are the same colors I put in my crease and on the inner and outer corner. And I'm just going to sweep that all up in my lash line and blend it out like so. And then next, with the inner tear duct, you know I cannot forget my inner tear duct. This is a very fun sparkly color called Funny Girl. Again, all of these colors are from the Tartelette in Bloom palette. And I'm just putting that in the inner tear duct. And then I decided to put a little bit more just on the center of my lid just to make everything pop. I don't know what it is about the inner tear duct, but that's my thing. I love putting in my bright colors there. And then my contour shade is from the NYX Contour and Highlight Pro palette, and this is the deepest shade. It's called Hollow, and I have no idea what kind of brush this is. I always use this brush for my contour, but I don't even know what it is, so sorry about that, guys. And then I do like to use my e.l.f. foundation brush to kind of blend everything together. And then, of course, you know, blush of choice as usual. MAC blush in Razin. No, I still have not repurchased. And then for my lips today, we're going to keep it with the cool tone, going in with the Kat Von D Lolita liquid lipstick. I think this is my favorite lipstick out of her entire collection. I think. I'm not sure. You know what? Never mind. No, I take that back. But I like this lip color a lot, and I'm shocked that I do because I am not a cool tone kind of girl, especially cool tone on the lips, but I like this a lot. And then I'm not doing lashes today. I'm just going to use my regular natural lashes. I'm using the Maybelline Great Lash. I put that on first, and then I'll stick my Younique 3D fibers on, and then seal that in some more with the Great Lash. And then last but not least, to set everything, just to make it look nice and flawless, I'm going to spray it with the Smashbox Photo Primer water. Let that sink in, let it dry up a little bit, and that completes the look. So there it is. Of course, if you want lashes, go for it, but that is the look. I hope you guys like this look. Please subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.